Hey, Kimmy, baby, I had a book over here in this drawer. You seen it?
You mean a little black book? Oh, honey, I cleaned out those drawers in that whole room and made a big donation to Goodwill. But don't worry, we can get you another one.
Oh, hell no.
You're never going to believe what happened to me today at the Goodwill. I found a book of seed phrases, honey. I can get those hair transplants now. Oh.
Go best friend. That's my best friend. Go best friend. That's my best friend. That's my best friend. Go best friend. That's my best friend.
Call me Satoshi's kin, stacking sats, yeah, I'm cashing in. Traded up, so clean from the dip to the peak. While it's flexing, hear the blockchain speak. Gas fees high, don't sweat, I still pay the price. Struggles drown me, but I roll the dice. Auto tight, real dip, moon's my only scene. Crypto funds the king. I'm the trading queen. Don't believe me, just
Oh, my friends, my dear friends, do I have a pre-show story for you? Why, before the show started, there was a little calamity, a little pre-April foolery going on in the studio. Yes, there was. You might have seen the thumbnail. You might have seen the thumbnail about holding them bags. What you may not know, and what the people here may be very disappointed to find out, is that I had the recording going on, and there was a little, it sounded a little bit like this. Hey, what's up, Habib? Do you mind? I need you to authorize these thumbnails for us to put up on the show tonight. Oh, sure. Okay, what you got? Oh, look at them. Oh, those are beautiful. Something bags. Well, go back to the, whoa. Is it okay? Well, yeah, look at them. Oh my gosh, I don't know if it'd be censored or anything, but them, wow, look at them. And the head is, I mean, this is posted. Oh yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. You have no problems with me posting this. No, not at all. I mean, Road Dog, I don't know what YouTube's things are, but you can't argue. Them things look very nice, don't they? Oh, I don't see. Oh my God! Well, you didn't see her. I didn't see your face. Oh my God, that's not her face. That's my face. You can't do that, Habib. You can't do that. You catch it though. That is funny. You didn't even see your own face there. You were so focused on looking at the movies. You didn't even see your own face. Habib, what? No. Is that on there? Oh, it is. Oops. This is. I think you hit the wrong button though. I didn't touch it. Oh crap. You mean I did this to my? That's stupid. That is the end of the recording that I have, ladies and gentlemen, but that explains the tomfoolery with the previous thumbnail that you may not been exposed to, or may not have been exposed to you, really. And I guess it depends on how you think about it, how you really approach the situation. But that appears to explain the dreaded mermaid splicing that went on with that thumbnail too. That was horrible, Habib. Straighten up your game, mate. Yes, but it still works. It's very funny. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll digress, but we still have a minute 20 to kill here, so it's probably time we bring out the old cowbell.
Crypto comedy in my digital dreams. Living for the moon, or so it seems. Then I found Road Dog with the turkey beef.
Pardon me while we finish getting set up over here. He's not pissed off, is he?
dark wizard with this Fibonacci, turning losses into a mint with panache. Turkey mask on and a laugh so loud. Finally profits making me so proud. Gurus charge me diamond-studded lies. Road dogs charts opening my eyes. Bit of magic mixing with his truth. No longer stuck in the debtor's booth. Crypto comedy in my digital dreams. Living for the moon or
Please
so
tell me that the
it
microphone was not off during all the diatribe that we just did earlier tonight. Please tell me that the microphone was on.
Showing pivot targets.
Did you hear the
every
cowbell? Then you might have heard it. The story behind the thumbnails. Did we get that? I just want to make sure we got that before we move on here. You had the recording from earlier, right? I need some feedback here. No, I don't have any. Should I tell you? Do you want me to play it again? Maybe we should just move on and forget about it. Okay. I don't know what we got going on. Do we have a microphone? We heard cowbell. Okay, well, that'll be interesting. There was a bit of April foolery going on earlier, and I explained it away. I have a recording of the whole event. But anyway, we'll move on. Ladies and gentlemen, ready for the only turkey talking about crypto this time of the evening? For a rare group of individuals exactly like yourself. You couldn't ask for anything better, could you? Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the turkey.
For those of you out there that have hit that like button, I just want to say thank you very much.
Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto with Road Dogg. It's been a very interesting day. Of course, not with Bitcoin. It's just been kind of up, down, sideways, and all that good. No going, basically going nowhere, but still, I don't know, in a spot you're like, ah. It's crazy out there, people. How's it going, everybody? Glad to see you here. I've been playing with my audio today and decided I don't want the new toy that I got. It can do some cool stuff, but I don't know. Maybe it's the boomer in me, or I just don't want to. It doesn't let me do the stuff that I can do already. Anyway, it did have some cool voices effects in there. Ladies and gentlemen, let me turn down this music because it might be a little too loud for you. Happens a lot when we do those little music streams, and for some reason those little suckers turn into a long ass stream because price hardly ever goes anywhere. It can be boring AF, but man, it takes a lot out of me on those little suckers, surprisingly. So here we are, crypto April foolery coming tomorrow. Be ready. My daughter's ready. I'm scared. I don't know what's going on. Mercury's still in the retrograde. I think Venus is still in retrograde. There's a lot of retrograde motion going on out there, so the world's kind of crazy and kind of weird right now, and see that reflected in the price. So wow, here we are. We cleared out Monday, right. So Tuesday we got a bunch of Fed stuff coming in, and then stuff over in Europe, and Layer GG's got it up here, and I should give this a repost because I'm not going to break it all down. We got a Binance listing of guns, which has happened today, as a matter of fact. Terraform Labs lost claims portal launch. I don't know what the hell that means. Tomorrow on April Fool's, Jolt's job openings come open. The European Union has 26 million euro in retaliatory tariffs against the US. And here we go. QT slowdown. We got just some other stuff. We got coin listings. Oh, there's a SWE $152 million unlock worth of SWE. But there's an airdrop snapshot for UX Link. I'm just reading down the list here because it just keeps on going. But that's what we got heading mostly tomorrow. Yay. Later on in the week on Wednesday, we got Liberation Day, where, we're just going to tariff everybody and the whole world's going to have a big old tariff orgy. We're going to tariff you, tariff me, I'll tariff you, you tariff me from behind, and I'll get you from under. I don't know what this tariff is going to do. I don't know, and nobody else does too, and some of the markets kind of really spooked about it. I'd say the smart people started pulling their money back out in December, like we probably should have, like I should have. I didn't do it, so bad turkey. I'm roasted. I got roasted because of it. Look at my golden brown skin. You don't believe me? This turkey's roasting because of that. What kind of turkey are you? Jive turkey. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot of stuff going on this week, making these markets a little ups, a little down, a little topsy-turvy. And, you know, I'm chilling. I'm just saying, baby, I'm chilling out. I'm sold what I got. We're good. If it goes up, I'm taking, you know, I got a strategy that's just helping me take it what goes up. Not all of them going up, though. Not all. And I was going to have a little strategy of me, you know, buying some on the way down. But I just said, you know, right now, I don't even know if I want to do that. I was like, We'll just hang on to that. Just hang on to that. Just pile that, you know, pile that back. So hopefully I'm set up fairly decent for whichever way that we go here, but it still sucks, to be honest with you. I'm not happy at all. I'm looking at where I thought that I would be now and where I am now, and I'm like, man, I might be 10, 20%. I'm down. Well, no. I'm kind of pissed about that, to be honest with you. If I'm going to be vocal and transparent, I'm kind of pissed about it. But we still got a wide market ahead of us, and position ourselves right, do the right things, get our head on straight, get ourselves ready in this game, and we can start trading ourselves way up there. Whether we want to do it with the swing trades, which I'll be seeing more swing trades from me. I got to do some more swing tradey trades. The longer term holds, because that's where all the real money is made, really, for real. And if you're on spot, let me say this to you guys, you're on spot. Spot is good. Spot is solid. You've got what you got with spot. You're probably the sharpest knife in the drawer. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, don't be enticed by, especially all the little perps and all that. Don't get too enticed on all the little day trading, little bells and whistles. I'm just trying to tell you. Most of you don't have the time to do that. Most of you are working day jobs. You don't need the distraction. It's too much effort for little payout unless you really good at the game. I hate drawing these. I'm the old fart drawing this pattern. Oh my God, no, please, no. I'm going to end the show. This is just not me. I don't do this. I complain about this. I'm the guy that complains about this, and here I am doing it. I'm having an identity crisis here, folks. Why are you? That's what I got a trend line here, and I got a trend line there. And the only thing that will make me feel better is if I try to say this, but that's too crazy. That is a partial decline if you want to look at it. I'm just saying. Or do we have ourselves an authenticated symmetrical triangle here on? Oh, thank God we're on the 6-minute chart. Oh, we didn't zoom out. Okay, I was about to freak the F out of here. I don't like symmetrical triangles. I hear other people feel that same thing. I hear they feel the same way, ladies and gentlemen. We got 18 people hanging out. Let me come and say hello to you guys first, because, you know, I probably have my microphone off again, for all I know. We got Duality C. We got Ryan K. Best thumbnail yet. I know which one you're talking about. There's a story behind it. I don't know if it came through. I think the microphone was off. Anyway, we got Joe from Trade Intuition, fellow YouTuber. Go check him out. Hope everyone's doing well. I hope so. Hey, there's a message. Is that tractor farting? That's a farting tractor. That's kind of cool. We got JG saying, what the WTF? And I know that tells me you're a first time clicker. And hey, welcome here. I'm not for everybody. I'm kind of out there different. She should have seen me when I was a zombie. I'm just saying, the turkey's a step up. Welcome to the stream, man, if you're still here. We got Tommy 2 Liters. Monday Night Road Dog. Yes, it is Monday, right? Sometimes I forget. Glittery Marshmallow, cowbell. We got that cowbell. Everybody got heard the little cowbell. Can't start the show without cowbell. That's just the sacred cowbell. Clears the air, which probably needs to be done right now, especially with that farting tractor. Hey! And then we got Soul. Did we just say that? What's up from Hulin? How's it going? Joe says, we heard the cowbell. What cowbell? All right, Bullish on Parade. What's up, my people? Trying to catch everybody here. And the story behind the thumbnail. You did hear it. Okay. Good, because I don't want to repeat that again. That's a long story. What's up? What's up, Diaz? Hope you're having a great night. I am blessed. More blessed than I deserve. Joe says, love the stories. Cool. Nice. They just kind of come out at times. Or like 5 minutes beforehand. Like, hope that works. Ryan says, wait, what happened to the thumbnail? Did you get in trouble? Well, you have to rewind and hear the story. Don't have to do it now, though. It's at the first. Rod into it, I believe. Glittery Marshmallow says, I came late. I did not see it. Oh, it's all right. I did change it. I didn't want to get any flack for it. It was, I can probably show it. Could I? If I can pull it up. Yeah, I can pull it up. This was the thumbnail before. And, yeah. And so we had an explanation of how that became to be. And an explanation as to why it was brought down. Sean's probably pissed again. So it's recorded. The whole thing was recorded and played back. And Tom, it was April foolery between Habib and... But Sean approved it. He approved it. He actually posted it. He's just stupid that way with pushing buttons and stuff.
In the digital realm where the pixels dance, I'm the trader, the player, the main chance.
He didn't see the eyes. He wasn't looking for the eyes. Therefore, he did not see his own face. He approved it. I'll just go ahead and tell you. But the whole event was recorded. Glittery Marshmallow, how's it going? Scaro, how's it going, my man? Your Elvis rules. It makes me smile. All right. The wife and I got married by Elvis. Oh, cool. At the Little White Chapel in Vegas. There we go. Or my clappy hands. They work. That's so cool. You gotta respect the kings. You got Jesus, he's king. You got Elvis, he's king. Who's the other king? Ah, crap. There's a third one and it was on my head. Now I forgot. Now that just ruined the whole thing. I got off track on that. Oh man. Please tell the story again. Well, I summed it up, but the real magic was in the recording of the story. I don't think I can do it justice. JG said, thank you, glad I'm here. It's the intro that I did not get. There's probably lots of things. MG Motorster, you suck, road dog. Can't stay, gotta go to work. Hey man, love you, brother. Thank you for the support there, my man. MG Motorsport. Hey, so you know he's OG if he's chatting out the "You Suck, Road Dog" chant. That is awesome. Been with me for a while. Thank you for your support, my man. Appreciate it. He's on the other side of the world. There he is. Board PC guy, King Kong, MJ King. Yep. Martin Luther King Jr. There was still another one. You're king. Thank you so. Burger King. Oh yeah, man, I like Burger King. Don King. Oh, we got Lion King. We got all the kings. King. We're picking up that little chat rate, aren't we? King Tut. King Kong. Martin Luther King. Nat King Gold. Good one. We respect the kings here. Respect the kings. King Dingaling. I used to sing that song. I thought that was the greatest song when I was young. That and Jeremiah was a Bullfrog, or Joy to the World is what it's called, but I called it Jeremiah to the Bullfrog. But that little, was it Little, no, it wasn't Little Richard. It was a Joe Berry song, I think. My Dingaling. Won't you? That's a classic. That one needs to be redone. King Solomon. Ooh, now we go into some good topics there. Well, that can get mystical if you go down the certain paths. Been there, got the t-shirt. All right, so here on the daily, I think this is interesting. You probably already talked about it before, but this is the Bitcoin futures, micro Bitcoin futures. I feel like the music's kind of loud. Look, King of Pop. My favorite king is King Kentucky. King Kentucky. Turkey got to get basted here. All right, so I find it very interesting that the micro Bitcoin futures has a different chart layout when it comes to the moving averages. They're more bullish on that, on the futures. They're not even in the bearish predicament we're in. Isn't that crazy? So futures are trading, I guess they halted for today at 80. Is that how, do they halt for the, yeah, I guess they do. I think they're only open 9 to 5 Monday through Friday or something crazy like that. You know, is that true? Yeah, you stuck. No, are they? I don't know. I can't remember if they're doing 24/7, but just Monday through Friday. We got some 6-minute candles, so I'm thinking, yeah, they're open. Okay, that was weird. I think used to it was. I think they did click off. Okay, well, is that true? Is that? Yeah, okay, they're open. The timeline's up. It's weird, isn't it? But because that they don't trade on the weekend, our moving averages calculate different, and they're bullish. I'm just saying, they're bullish. They're fine. We're bouncing off the 200 moving average, and I think we can go. And I keep saying, I think we can come back and possibly even touch that 200 one more time. Because we don't just usually bounce and go our happy little merry little way when it comes to that 200 on the daily. We likes to talk to it quite a bit, at least 2 or 3 times it seems, before we get a nice big bounce, if we go back and just kind of look there a little bit. Here was the only time that we kind of bounced off of it and stayed off of it for a little while, but here's where we came and started skipping off of it like a rock on the pond. We had 2 touches there, we had 2 touches here, so I would probably expect we might at least get 2 touches again, and currently that little booger's sitting at 78,000. So and we could even wick below that just a wee bit. I also got a little fib thing drawn here. There are 0.5 Fibonacci, which you guys have seen me talk about this before too. And for, well, some of you are new. Oh, we can't do it on this chart. You didn't do, yeah, you did. No, you didn't. Well, back on your old charts that go back in history, we bounce off of a 0.5 Fibonacci at this point in the game when we're going up. Our impulse move right there, that's we do it here, we do it up here too, and that's part of being in a bullish run. And if we pull from the really shorter impulse, we'll probably get a 382. No, you got a 618 when you do that. But she likes the 0.5s, and that's what we got right here. On the bigger pulls, and that's kind of cool. I like that, and we got some correlation there, if you will. And I'm hoping that's where we bounce. I don't know what we're going to do, but you can look on the bigger time frames and see that you know, it's probably coming. Got the bearish divergence happening over here between our little humps, between these humpy humps. And you know, last time we had that, we started a bear market, and so therefore you got some people calling bear market right now. However, we're not even broken past the 9 moving average. We clearly, when we did have bear market, when we broke that 9 moving average, we hadn't done that. I hope we don't. That would suck. That would suck a lot. That music is loud in my ears. I'm gonna crank her down just a little bit. We're on a taco song anyway. Oops. Alexa, skip. What? King of the Hill. You guys are still going King of Pop. My favorite king. Oh, I saw that one. Nice list of kings. King of the Road. King K. 20 people hanging out. All right, 20 people. Here we are on the monthly Bitcoin chart. What I like is stochastics are at the bottom, so we don't have to wait for them to dump down. That's cool. The price can still go down while they flatline. Price can still go down. The bearish divergence, you know, we feeling that. Still got money flowing to green. That's good. So far, if we can stay green and start nose diving, we got, you know, may not be too much worse. Is how I interpret that. We're about there where this little guy would normally kind of flip back around. So maybe we were okay. Yeah, but we're going down. We're losing some steam here. I'm not crazy about this. On the monthly, I'm not crazy about that. Now we looked like this before over here. Just to be fair, back when we were a year ago, remember 78,000, and then we thought, oh, we're at the top of the world, or was it 78? And yeah, and then we kind of trickled down to nothing or whatever. You remember, it wasn't fun for altcoins then either. Yeah, that's kind of what we're going through now too. It just feels worse than altcoins because the Bitcoin's actually doing better. Go figure. Your altcoins suck. Mine do too. But just next time you look in the mirror, just it'll make you feel better. It's odd, but just say my altcoins suck. I bought sucky altcoins and held them, and you just admit that, you know, hey man, I made a few mistakes. That's really about all you can do with them bags that you're holding right now, and unless you're trying to de-escalate a little bit or de-risk a little bit on the way up. This is kind of concerning, man. I'm just saying, it's a warning sign, but we can't snap out of it. But so it's a warning. Now the 2 week has already taken the brunt of the hit here, but she could still have some more. Listen, each one of these things is 2 weeks. We're not just going to walk this off tomorrow. I'm sorry, we're not going to hit it out of the park tomorrow. I know there are some people out there that like to draw these flagpoles to the Bahala. The banana's on, man. But it's not happening tomorrow, and it's not happening the next day. Now we might. I'm not saying we can't get our little share of pumps and dumps. I'm not saying we can't have our little fun in there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But that big green giant hard-on candle that makes John Holmes look like a little skinny mini, not happening anytime soon, according to this chart. I just think, you know, we didn't. This is the elephant in the room with the big honking honker. They have big honkers. Anyway, that's it. So, but here on the weekly, it's cool that we're leveling out a little bit, okay? So if they dump us, hopefully it's not too much more to go, okay? Like maybe we could revisit some areas we were before. Yet a lot of people are calling for 68, and even, I mean, some people are calling for a lot lower. It's crazy. Some people even secretly bearish. I even like one of them, but they still lean bearish, and I'm like, I mean, when we get the official confirmation, yeah. But in their defense, you know, this is the futures chart that we're looking at. This is not the real one that we're looking at on the regular things. But this is what the big boys see, the big boys that play the big futures over there. This chart that they're playing right here don't look too bad. Don't look as bad as ours. It just looks a little janky. The one we're following looks like, oh my God, we're going to hell in a handbasket. It's over. It's over. Oh no. Why am I in crypto? It sucks. That's what our chart says. I'm just throwing it out there. It does. And that's why I find it so freaking interesting. We don't have, I mean, we got that warning sign here on the monthly and everything. We had our bearish divergence and everything. Still cast it still. Well, they could level, they got some more to, they could go down. Where are you hanging out? 3.4? Yeah, you got a little bit go back to zero. She goes to zero. So there could be a little bit more down monthly pressure in there. Still, I mean, we got the same things here with the 2 week with MACD cross. We're not ready to jump out of our way here or jump back into it, but on our daily, you know, what's got everybody freaking out, and it's the general rule. We're below the 200 moving average. We cannot deny that. It is a fact. And so therefore we are officially bearish, but the big boys ain't. Huh. Yeah, their chart says, hey man, we're cool. 78, we're good. Yeah, we'll probably do it. So I think the big boys are eyeballing 78,000 too. I got it marked right here. It is also some fib levels in there. It I think it's 786, 886 retracement area through here. So and this looks like our little rollover, don't it? It looks scary. It looks scary AF. But probably not as scary as this total 3 chart over here that I think we should take a look at. 26 people hanging out. Thank you for hanging out. I'm trying to get the total 3 chart here on the bigger time frames, which you know, we've had a red dot here. Got the red dot on the monthly. We missed it. That was a month ago. Why, shoot, gosh darn it. It's just now confirmed. Why, we should have known. Should have known. She's also looking, well, this looks like Bitcoin. She might, I don't know if she will or not. Here, the RSI, though, it's got an interesting story to tell. It's like, I was doing good, cross that yellow line, man. Dump my ass, and it suggests, I know this might freak you out, but, oh my God, this song just doesn't stop. That song gets noisy at the end, I don't know. The B-side. I'm trying to grab this little guy. If a measured move were to play out for this channel, or however you want to look at it, I can stay. It won't go. Okay, we'll go over here. Says we could be coming back down to this area about the 49. If we stay above 50, we're still bullish. So they could be taking us down to the teeter-totter there area of being bullish or not being bullish on this RSI. We broke trend on it, so sorry. I mean, that's bearish. We're on the monthly, by the way. It's been that way. It's been that way. The best place was December when she topped out. See what? We forget about the bigger time frames. We forget about the bigger time frames, and we get focused on these small ones. And the bigger ones are sitting there telling you, "Hey, this is a good place to get out." Hey, that little guy right here. Well, hell, I bet you can even apply your trend line strategies over there. Oh my God, that's going to make me feel sick. That's just crazy. The kid. That's a steep ass RSI. She got above. She was at 78%. I mean, when she goes above 70, it starts getting to the green. We expecting this probably. You know, it just didn't. It didn't look that impressive at the market top last time, or the secondary top last time. But we did get some of that little green fuzzy wuzzy in there. If you can see that color, yeah. That's a good. She told us on the monthly, hey man, it's a good place to sell, to take profit, and especially if she started losing that area, because you know at some point she dropped. Trend line, that was clearly that was last month. But if you can see this little bitty angle here, well, if we could even follow that little guy and might have got out somewhere in still end of January. I find it amazing, that the bigger time frames have got it. But I also say this, for that bigger time frame, I don't see no bearish divergence between those two peaks that we got. She looks like she's still ready to roll. When you really zoom out, we're still on our way up for these altcoins. It looks to me, hopefully. Don't quote me on that. But we did get a slight higher high there, so we got a little hope. A little hope. It's not all. It's not all over with them. But they're getting smashed right now because Bitcoin dominance is wanting to go on a tear. And then you got right now people selling out. Are they selling out, or is this new money coming in? I don't know. I don't think we can really differentiate that yet, but this is stablecoin dominance. It's going up. Usually that's going up, then Bitcoin or altcoins, they're kind of suffering a little bit. We like for the dominance. We like for people to be selling out, but there's lots of reasons that could be happening. We'll look at that. When she's down here on the bottoms, that's usually the times when you want to get out, is basically how you read this. So we would hope that this would not be a double bottom, and that we continue on up here with the stablecoin dominance, but there could be a lot of variables in there. I mean, we're getting stablecoin bills, then you have banks, and they'll probably come in and there could be a lot of things that could affect this that may not have the same effect that we're used to in past cycles, before stablecoin became something the governments are really kind of eyeing to send funds like that from nation to nation without having to wait 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks for things to clear the way that they've been doing it. So, I mean, it's a very interesting thing, and it does build up that. So I don't know if we can really look at that, but Bitcoin dominance, she ain't gonna lie. Compared to all the thousands and hundreds of thousands probably of altcoins and projects, not counting the coins themselves, can you imagine what that number would be if you took all the existing single-digit coins and just added all that up? That's wow. It's crazy. And we expect them to go to $1 or no. Mathematically, the equation does not work out, darling. You got to find the good coins, and preferably ones that don't have the billions and billions of coins. I mean, some of them done good, but it took them a while. I mean, XRP's finally got something going for it, but gosh darn it, look at the struggle it went through. Cardano, let's see, it's not 4 cents anymore. That's where it's stuck for the longest when I first started playing it. No, I don't have that bag anymore. No. Sometimes maybe you should just take a little bag and throw it on the wallet. Wait. I don't know. Anyway, market cap of Bitcoin dominance is going up. We're 62%, way above our little 618 Fibonacci area. We got rejected off and said, I'm going to kick your ass for doing that. And then now we're going to start tackling this little guy over here at 73%. That could be the secret to altcoin season right there. It has been in the cycles past. When we got up to that area, got rejected, that's when all the fun started with altcoins. Until then, Bitcoin outperformed altcoins, kind of like it's doing right now, and they just were there's some plays there. There was always that hoping, well, I'm holding this shit coin forever, but eventually it did pay off here, and the real payoff was with this big drop right there. Ooh, baby. Baby. But it fails in comparison to what happened when altcoins were not as massive there. When Ethereum was first out, we had Ethereum tokens, and I was like, why do I want an Ethereum token? Because everybody else had their own layer ones, basically, is what it was. Mostly mineable coins. And then we had Ethereum, then Ethereum copies coming out, or as best as it could be. But there was proof of stake starting coming out, but that Ethereum was stayed proof of work for the longest. Proof of stake coins started coming out, and things like that too, and all the Ethereum tokens, and that kind of just spread out with where your money could go in crypto, and that was the greatest altcoin season of all. Bitcoin only went to like $17,000-$18,000, but the altcoin people, they made out like bandits. I mean, millionaires were made. You threw a dot at it, it was going up. The craziest bubble you ever saw, and I dare say we will not see that again, and that's what everybody's been hoping for. However, we might get something, as kind of humdrum and lackluster as we had last cycle, because that's how that one felt compared to 2017. It's like you expected to see that again, but in reality, you didn't. I mean, it was good. It wasn't bad, but it kind of left you with, you're looking at your bags. This is good, but it can do better, right? And then you get into the, hello, we're going down now. Oh, crap. High expectations bias gets you where you're a bag holder. You don't want to do that. Well, that part sucks. So if you're not taking your profits on the way up, you're likely going to round trip your bags on the way down. That's the rule. Then we probably commit to our heads here, guys. I'm not really talking about anything. I'm not looking at no altcoins or nothing. Just sitting here, we're looking and bitching about Total 3 and whatever's going on. My goodness, there's not much to talk about. I mean, we can look at Bitcoin sitting here, go wishy-washy, wiggle-waggle. Just kind of hanging out where it is and been, and has nothing there to write home about. We're holding a support area, kind of, sort of. The moving averages are starting to curve around a little bit, even on the bigger time frames. That's cool. We're trying to level out. We're trying to flip things up, but we still got all this resistance up here. Unless we make a higher high, we're just spinning our wheels and possibly going to a lower low. Or revisiting some low areas. It's just, it's not the greatest time. But if you do, not saying, but they're not saying that there's any good trades not to be had. We can keep our eyes open for longs and shorts, shorting at resistance instead of that support, like a lot of people have been trying to do lately. I've seen the real good shorts come from these resistance areas where it's not really that fun to think about taking one out, to be honest, unless you got the right mindset and you planned ahead. And that's what it takes to have a successful short, in my opinion. You got to plan that little sucker ahead, and not just, oh, I'm going to go short now. Or, this YouTuber's going short, so I am, because they've already, they probably already did it, or they're just caving into that little voice and said, let's do it now. We're late, but better late than never. The best are when you plan them out. Same things as when we kind of find them bottom areas. We try to find them top pivot point areas, and if we can get them. So we know that right up here, 786 area, 886, if we're lucky to get there, those are excellent places to go short. A lot of people go short here at the 618. Some people start building a short there. You hear some of these guys saying, I'm still building my short. I'm still building my short. Prices goes up, and sometimes that price it keeps going up. And, Garrett's always built a short for a long time. Last big pumps that we had, I think he built one all the way up to 70-something thousand there. So, you got, everybody does this thing different. You got different strategies and different ways to trade this market. But to short, I would expect one of these topper levels up here, which is also a 618. Or, look at the 618. If I was going to build a short, I may stop there. I don't know. I don't usually do it. Well, unless I see rejection there, then I might. And then you're taking a little bit of a risk. But plan your shorts. Don't short support. Don't be buying the flags at resistance. That's apparently easier said than done. Some people have a problem with buying these flags at resistance because it looks like an ascending cup and handle, which does not exist, by the way. I ain't mentioning no names. I'm saying, if you heard the word ascending cup and handle, you not over here, is not here. But if you do look at the cup and handle, he does mention things that do kind of go up and do kind of go down. And if you zoom out, you'll probably find that they're probably a different animal. This is a higher high and higher low, which is a great thing. This trend line right here says when that breaks, you need to get the help out. But if you're looking at a cup and handle, you're probably not going to see that trend line. You're probably seeing the cup and handle, which not really a cup and handle. Well, you can make an argument that it did a scallop, and then it flagged out on top of it, and then as soon as it lost that little lip line right there, it was over. So my beef with some pattern traders is that for every pattern out there, there's an invalidation point. And I don't hear anybody talking about that much, or at least the snazzy ones. I don't know. I think the people that take their time with it, they mention stuff like that. I have seen people that take some more time with their setups, like instead of just trying to rush through chart to chart, drawing a quick little pattern and with a measure move and run off to the next one. That's doesn't float my boat, but it floats some people's boats. So, ladies and gentlemen, I guess I should come to the chat. Do we have any coin requests? Anything we want to talk about tonight, other than just letting a turkey rant or rave over here? Well, I don't even know what I'm doing tonight, to be honest with you. King of the road, King Key. Sensual is tickling with a feather. Kinky is using no chicken. Yeah. Let's say my chicken. Oh, my chicken is out, isn't she? Jesus is king. That is true. That is definitely true. And I had trouble connecting some dots with that even until recently, until I got this is very off subject, but I made the connection between him and Melchizedek, and suddenly it clicked in a way for me that it didn't do before. I don't know why I just mentioned that. Is there a 12-step program for all Quinetians? There might ought to be, or else you can end up like, oh man, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I think it's a good example. I'm just trying to go to my homepage. How do I get to my homepage, Boomer? Close it, go to home. Is this is going to show what I put, or is what's presented to me? Before and after meth, before and after alcohol. Yeah, let me move my turkey head. Before and after cocaine. And then we got Ben Armstrong. Let me clear the thing out so you can see it. Before and after crypto. Now I got to get that off. Okay. Yeah, I just keep ruining everything. No. Okay. Yeah. Before and after crypto. I thought that's funny as hell. That's funny. I mean, not for him. It sucks. Because I think he's in jail right now. Oh yeah. Oh wait a minute. Is this fresh? Oh, that's from. I read that. This is old, isn't it? It says BitBoy was released from jail on bail of $2,600. That was September 28, 2023. I think that's when he's Carlos is telling Carlos how he's not afraid of him. Wild ride. That's all I got to say. Wild ride. A ride I don't want to be on. I've had enough wild ride and rodeos in my life. I'm just want to chill and where's that payday, Bitcoin? The crypto, man. There might be some truth to that. So prayers be with Ben. He going through some stuff. I don't know what he's going through. I don't know, but they some stuff going through. Probably needs to be addressed, and hopefully that'll happen. So are we making, like some people do this. I can't find a chart that's not got. Can I erase this one? I can erase this one. This is the one we're following today and everything. Oh, well, this was the one we were following today. How we end up? Strong resistance area, which this is actually bigger. We're destined. Did we go to Boob City? Did we make it to Boob City? Are we on our way to Boob City? All right, we got to go down to the Degen time frame. Oh my gosh, we're finally making it to Boob City. That's clappy claps. Is it? Woo! Yeah! Woo! Yeah! All right! I didn't know if we were going to make it to Boob City today or not. For those of you like scratching your head and wondering and all this is from today's stream and where I pop in and out with the music going or whatever. I'm not really visible, but we were looking at, I don't see Dirty Sanchez where you went. We said we had to break 82.8 or we would be possibly looking for downside because we were getting a nasty pattern there, the old Dirty Sanchez. We're falling from the double booby bottoms and then all this, and you would see how I do my analysis from, I zoom out, come in, get my targets. These targets that we're heading for are not from chasing the 1 minute targets or flags or doing any of that. It's just a matter of, when they might hit. Because their mathematical proportion, it's based on, it's Fibonacci, the fib levels, as easy as I can put it. And then we come down to the smaller time frames and just watch them play out and not play out. And sometimes they'll throw you for some surprises. And sometimes you'll see how I do use the fibs, mostly fibs, patterns, and I don't know, I use it all. The same stuff I do here. It's just, it comes down on the 1 minute and 10-second time frame. And sometimes there's areas that come on, they're on the table, but they don't get hit. On the table, didn't get hit. And it's a good thing. That was a great area to bounce from. I actually was wondering if we were going to come down here at that point. Until she started showing these nice little double bottom signs, and then she came right back. That was kind of nerve-wracking. She was playing with us early this morning, or whenever this was. She was. That was this evening. It's amazing how much you travel. So since we've been on tonight, Bitcoin's been going up toward Boobland. That makes me happy. Because I drew this out back here. May not get past there, and we didn't. But then we finally did draw it on over, and we had our hiccup, came back, retested that area, fib areas. So I'm pretty confident we're probably headed to Boobland. Maybe we can get the cleavage. I don't know. I think it might be over here a little bit. Let's see if we can line it up. I was going to delete this chart, but now I'm kind of... We'll just stay here and watch boobs. Boobs get hit. That doesn't sound... This channel's going to get canceled. But that's not what we meant. This is when I should probably just come back to the chat and so I can get back on track. What is this? The hammer nailed it emoji is broken. I don't know how to fix it. I don't. I'll take a look at it. I'll make a note. I was thinking about trying to put a cowbell on there too. Maximum profit. 1 day left. What? You guys ready for the 2nd of April? I guess we're ready for it. Don't have much choice to be. Grimmer says QNT. Oh, finally we got something to talk about other than whatever is coming out of the turkey's mouth. Turkey ain't got a pecker. What? Hey, Sean, let's keep it family friendly here. Talking about my lack of a beak. A beak. I don't have a beak. If you haven't noticed, turkeys usually have beaks. QNT. I'm cool with it though. It's there. It's just really small. It's okay, baby. It's okay because it's not so much about the beak as it is about the old turkey foot. If you know how to use the old turkey foot, baby. Yeah. Well, it's probably a good time for us to shill our only shill of the night, which is the $2,599 a month. You can be part of my OnlyFans footsie fan group. Yeah, support your turkey with turkey feet. Bitcoin charts with my feet pointing at the price targets, pretty much what you see here, but you get my feet involved, and or maybe even a turkey foot. $2,499. Love you guys in Dubai. You're my life's blood. Love you, little foot freaks. You can be a foot freak too. $2,400.99. That's a lot. $2,500. It's basically $2,500 minus one. You keep one, I'll keep the rest. That's the least I could do. Least I could do per month. To your Visa, debit card, Bitcoin, I don't care. It's a Bitcoin. I like Bitcoin too, but I'll take Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, whatever. OnlyFans will, yes, get you some turkey. Oh, it's good eating. Oh my God, he said that. He's so risky. Anyway, hey, let's get back. Oh my gosh, we got that turkey foot out, that turkey claw. I know it's going to get you aroused as we head up there to Boob City. I don't know how I got here to do. I started out as a mummified looking zombie dude, gothic, and here I am, shiny turkey. I'm just rolling with it, people. I'm rolling with it. QNT is what we were supposed to look at because turkey also has ADD. If you haven't figured that out already. See squirrels everywhere. Binance, let's go. Ooh, we still on the 1 minute time frame. Don't freak out just yet, but that looked good, better than down. QNT, man, jeez. I'm just gonna level with you. This one's been a disappointment ever since I started messing with it. And I started messing with it when my old mentor said, hey man, this looks like a great setup at $140. Yeah. Now he's no longer with us, so I'm not gonna say anything, but that was a bad call. That was just a bad call. Anyway. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. We got super chats in. Got a super chat in. Ando Pancho 1999 super chat. Oh man. Thank you very much for the movies. Just kidding. Kinda. All right. Just to show some love and respect for always putting in work and showing us some charts. Gracias. Hey, thank you. Thank you, Ando Pancho. I really appreciate that. Thank you for your support. Did we hit that? We get 2 clappy claps for that. Just because that's awesome. That's a double dipper anyway.
Yeah, all right. Yes.
Joe says I'll send you a cowbell and telegram. Ah, thank you, Joe. I'm gonna send you a fanny pack, Joe. Who's this trigger? What do I bump in onto? It's the cracked toes that keep me coming back. Ain't that the truth, though? I know that fungus is sexy. I'm just saying. I believe fungus talks to each other. Mushrooms start talking to my toenails. Oh, it's crazy. The moths start swinging, singing. I don't think he's gone. I think he's hiding. Uh-oh. Nailed emoji got rugged. I don't know why it would go down unless it's... And it doesn't. There's more members, so you'd think there'd be a lot more emojis. That's how they say it works. I've heard the grifter say ascending cup and handle and turned his head. I should have clicked it. He's admitted that that's one of his little things. He's admitted that, you know. So he's owned it, but
What? Oh, you were right about the hack. Let's see. Oh, we're talking about the drama stuff in the from the old mentor Sensei. I'm just gonna call him Sensei. Makes it sound exotic. Sensei. We were all members of an elite dojo where we learned technical analysis. Some of us expressed our R's and we earned our black belts, and some of them are just still pretend yellow belts out there. But we would not name names. But now I'm adding fuel to the fire. But Sensei, we thought Sensei was gone, but Sensei may still be here is a rumor that is floating around the internet, and I don't know. This is getting like Elvis. Is Elvis still alive? Is Sensei still alive? We don't know. We don't know. I don't know if there's a body. Oh no. I'm not. This is just things I've heard on the internet. I don't know. I'm just a turkey who paid a subscription fee one time and then, you know, just went my own way. That's all I know. Cobra Cos. That's funny. Cobra Cos. That's funny. He's talking about Caspa. In case you just climbed up from under a rock, Caspa, Cobra Cos, Karate Kid. Woo! Turkey Kung Fu. Send me the cowbell. Cool. Well, this has been a very interesting show. It's been more entertainment than anything. We were supposed to be looking at this stable coin called QNT, which luckily got off the $50 kick. But how far does this chart go back? Oh, come on, that's not it. You didn't start in 2021, did you? QNT. You did go back further than that. I didn't fall sucker to a brand new token, did I? It's got me one. That's Binance too. You know, Binance is Bitman. Let's go here. BitMEX. All right. Look, what the hell's going on here? This is BitMEX on the week. I'm on the weekly chart. What is this going to? When is this is April of this year. That don't look right. That'd be crazy. QNT, why is it not used to? You would see that on a lot of there would be more exchanges listed here. What's happened to QNT? Has QNT been getting delisted? Because now it's on Coinbase. Well, that's good. It wanted to get Coinbase, I guess. No, that's it. Binance still has, Kraken has it, BitMEX, COINEX has it, right? Well, yeah, because I'm in a play on it for whatever freaking reason as a moon bag, which is starting to get tinier and tinier. So whatever. I'm trying to get out of this. QNT. Let's see what Coinbase is. There's a chart. There we go back. Yeah, well, kinda. That looks just like Binance. So QNT went up to $400. Last bull run, $400. That's why everybody likes it. It's got the tokenomics you would think. You would really think. For those of you who don't know about QNT. I mean, maximum supply is 14 million of these guys, less than Bitcoin. Sounds like it should gain some traction, right? Just by tokenomics alone, if it's got a halfway decent ass use case, which it should. I've already forgot. QNT launched in June 2018 to go connecting blockchains and networks on a global scale without reducing efficiency and interoperability of the network. Know of anything that's going through them? I don't know. It's one of those ISO 2088200 whatever. I've already forgot what all that crap is. 20, you know, whatever. That stuff. It was a niche and it was a hype while it lasted, and now it's gone, right? I mean, BitBoy is building a whole portfolio based on those coins back in the day because it was a narrative. And now it's not, and that's the way crypto works, and we need to keep that in mind because these narratives get hot and then they're not hot, and that's how these little cycles happen. So when your gaming coins go up, if you're not taking profits, this is me preaching to the choir. If you're not taking profits on the way up on your gaming coins or whatever niche or whatever is hot, the AI coins at the time, you know, it gets rolled over and then that gets forgotten about for whatever shiny new minnow is swimming by in the stream there. But this one had good tokenomics. I'm kind of disappointed. Just get on with the charts. You're talking too much. Sorry. It happens. Well, on the weekly, I mean, she's been through the ringer. It's about time for her to level out. Highest she got is $171. That was December, and I didn't. What the hell were you? What were you thinking? I've been in and out of this coin since way over here. Anyway. And she dang near never got back to $400. You would have thought as many coins, as few coins out there, that it would have had even better price action than it has. I did, and it hasn't. And here we're going on deep ass retracement. Well, let me make sure I got my fib pulled right. I didn't get the very bottom there. I want to make sure I get the very bottom. That makes a little bit more sense. Line her up over here. See, I got sloppy. I find when you're not, when you take care with doing some of that, and I know Magnet Tool, some people argue, and they got a point, Magnet Tool will make life easier, but I don't know, there's just, I want to get my hands dirty. I like getting my hands dirty. And I try not to squint and cheat or anything. I try my best. There is an argument for that. I will not deny that. For the using the magnet tool. But I think I'm a boomer set in my boomer ways. Alright, so this $64 area sounds very familiar. That was where we stayed for the longest dang time. I'm on the weekly, by the way. August 2024, we were there. We got down to $54. Yo, $50 stablecoin. What it felt like. So we need to, our little happy asses need to bounce there over these next few weeks as things continue a little bit toward the downside. Might happen a little sooner, might not. I don't know what's going to happen this week. This would be a good week for it to happen. It's going to happen. Drop down from 69 to 64. That doesn't mean she bounced perfectly off of that. Oftentimes they do. But there could be a little wiggle room in there. There could be some, so we don't always assume that we're going to get a perfect bounce on any of these lines that I draw, for gosh sakes. But they often do, because it's not me. It's the math behind whatever fibs work. I don't know. I ain't got to figure it out. That's some crazy stuff, man. I think only God understands how that crap works. Or Albert, somebody way smarter than me. They didn't go into technically, I did get a science degree. I had a bachelor's of science in journalism, believe it or not. That's the way it was, an engineering school with journalism department, so it is heavily science. But still, anyway, what the hell is this turkey talk? I don't know what I'm spouting out. I know that we're bearish here on the daily because we're below the 200 moving average, but you know, there's still some positivity signs up here that maybe we got a few little things going on, but nothing that tells me we're going to stay above $100 anytime soon. We're going to have to fight for that. And from here to there, you know, that could be a up, or from 64 to 100. I mean, there's a play there on the long. And I don't know, some people can add to their bags and get, you know, a more average price in and might be able to get some profits for longer term or de-risk on the way up. I don't know. There's lots of different ways to play it. I don't try to tell people how to play or to enter, unless I see a trade set up and I'll talk about it. But basically, I just go over points that people will interpret and apply to whatever strategies they have. I'm just a second voice of reason and maybe show you something that maybe you weren't looking at. And maybe I use something that you haven't seen before and didn't learn before and you think might be kind of cool, and so I just kind of share it. And then some of you look like, oh, I don't even like the way this turkey does TA, he sucks. So I'm not for everybody. And everybody's not for me. There's some people that I just don't like. And I'm trying to just focus on what me doing now. Trying to. Might you be coming down also to the one? Yes, I like what I'm seeing here for $64. I think we're headed to $64, my man. I think we're headed to 64. Well, she's trying to bounce now, and she might. And it's still, I think, a slow burn down there. I hope she bounces here. That would be now, right now she's at ground zero. She could be double bottoming here. She could be. I don't want to take that idea away, but I've got some signs saying that maybe she comes up and then 64. 64 still looks like it's on the picture to me. But I hope she does. There could be a play here if you want to take a risk on Q&T. I would have to see her gain a 9 moving average. She's trying. I'm sorry, but I just don't. I wouldn't even play this one on purpose for a short-term play, even if it's said. I just wouldn't. That's just me, though. There might be one there. She looks like she's trying to do something, but what would that be? What would that be? Would there? I think there could be other stronger plays because this one just has a history of just being a little lackluster. Unless, I don't know. I guess it's all in the eye of the beholder because I can see a shorter's paradise right there. But usually it's just like blah, blah. Slow moving. And that's surprising for something that's got so many coins. There's some bullish divergence right here. There might be a little play. Did we measure that? We need to measure. Take that tape measure out. There's about 8, 9, 10% there, depending on what kind of leverage that you do. And you could do fairly decent on leverage with it. Maybe I would go 3 to 5 maybe to be fairly safe. You start getting into 10, 20, something like that, and then you better hope that stop loss will hold. That's not too bad though. There probably is a decent trade to be had there if you got the patience to execute it. Like a fresh off the market, just jump in after you get some confirmations, of course. Confirmations. Still, I see some bearishness here on these moving averages. Smaller time frame, which makes me think if she does break up here, she'll have to fight to get to $75. The market is just looking a little sad. Well, it's kind of green for a sad day. Maybe the market's starting to are you starting to get perky? Oh, look, looky. Total 3 starting to get perky. She's going. Are you going to back and retest that? That orange line? Are you trying to? Ooh, that'd be. She's done this before. She's lost it. This is a fib level. That's why I'm keeping it in there as a major fib level that was resistance, which is now hopefully support that if we get past there. And looky here, when that one gets green, when this one goes red a lot of times with the Bitcoin dominance. So Bitcoin dominance looks like she found a little resistance area. She probably got a 113 fib there. Oh, 127. We got some hope to come down a wee little bit, in my personal opinion. Yeah, might see. So my little up targets on my altcoins might get hit tomorrow. That's cool. That's cool. We might have a decent day trying to go for altcoins, ladies and gentlemen. They might be trying to move on us. That's kind of cool to see that happen. A little ahead of time. Oh, let's take a look at Total 3 here. What is this jungled up mess here? I'm seeing some bullish signs here. We might get a little up action we were hoping for. All right. I mean, we lost this, so we had to come down. We're looking at this, that being a possible bear flag idea that would take us down here. But I like this support and I like the fib areas there. Well, we might be trying to fake us out here. Let's see. I need something more. I need some, ooh, yeah, bullish divergence. I see that. I see that on the RSI. We got something. We got something going on for maybe a little rally, a small rally on altcoins, and that's good. That means my targets can get hit, and then I can pile up some of that stable coin everybody's trying to pile into right now. I know. Following the masses there. We're gaining that 9 moving average. That's a good sign here. I've got some kind of a weird ass line over here. I'm trying to figure out what is that. I drew a channel, so I don't know what time frame it was drawn on. We can adjust it though to our current levels here. The angles, the angle is what I'm looking at. I'm not, and touches, but I want the angles too. Well, that seems to be pretty strong. So we're coming up against that. We bumped up above it before and faked us out. You're getting tired. all kinds look like we might get something coming up here. We might see about another $20 billion coming in. So that's something. It's a start. And if we can hold these levels, maybe we can level out. So it's not all terrible. So even with you know, when we're seeing bearish crosses and things like that on the bigger time frames, that the bearish part of it doesn't always mean like straight down. We can if we go sideways, we can take, it's like taking the punch, I guess you'd say. We can take a lot of that if we can hold strong areas of support and move sideways. We can absorb a lot of that redness in those candles and level out. But we still in danger going down. Don't get it twisted. She's got work to do. She's got work to do. But the more she goes sideways, the less opportunity to play down. I've had that explained to me before. You can either measure price going down, or you can also take into the account however far it goes. You can take it going down, but you can also take into account it going sideways. Like somehow that equates to, like, if you could take that measure and add it to the downside, it kind of equals out in some kind of weird ass way. So I've read that. Let's see if it's true or not. All right, I don't see it. So I did Q and T. Me make sure I didn't. Please do wall. I'm not. What is wall? I almost missed that too. Sorry, it wasn't intentional. I just squirrel. You just happen to be the squirrel. I don't know what wall is. There's walrus. I'm guessing that's probably it. There's also walk token. Yay! Well, it's on. Where's it at? Mexi. Mexi's got it. I kind of miss Mexi. She's rounding, scalloping. Got a lot of sell pressure coming in with these wicks there, but there's good strong buy pressure there too for whatever reason. A hard one to read here on the 4 hour. Let's get some more noise. What's the gossip say? Now we got something to work with. A little something something. I don't trust these big wicks over here when it comes to it, but ironically sometimes they do work out. 618 area from here to there. At this point in the game, I do like to consult my indicators for a second opinion and see what they might have to offer. If we're at such a noble area and she looks like she's bullish, she wants to go above it. The indicators, do you support that idea? And they they're leading there. I don't know how strong it's going to be if she'll hold that area, or how much further past that area she'll get before she needs to correct. But they seem like they kind of might like it. This RSI though, what are you doing? You kind of up in happy land. You up in happy land, maybe. There's only so much further she can go up. But you know, she got 12. It's still up here. It's at 100, so yeah, it can happen. That's a pretty strong move, that's me. With a little deviation that I'm trying to sniff out here, I'm just gonna technically go from here. She's in overheated territory. I cannot deny it. At 79, sell signal's not officially until the the line crosses this little 70% on the way down. So you don't have a sell signal. It'd be risky to try to get in, but if you're already in, I guess you're looking at a target to take profit. And I can help you out with that. 57 cents and 55 cents are some good short-term targets there if we want to go with that. You might make it up to 65 to 66 cents, but that's a little ballsy call. One thing we could do is look at this candle body, but and pull a fib from that. But that's a little, and I'll be pulling right down to this one here. Seeing what we got there, and that one kind of makes a little bit of how would you respect the lines? Kind of, sort of, yeah, fairly decent, Well, now I just screwed that up. Where'd it go, Road Dog? You stop. And that one I think has got a little bit more wiggle room to get up there. That idea It's got some validity. The fibs, no matter, you know, if you pull them from points, they do seem to line up most of the time. And I call tuning the fib when you just kind of look back and back test it and see, well, did it hold up for the levels and everything? Did it respect them fairly well? And there's some respect there. There's probably still a better fib to pull. However, for your targets, I would recommend, I'm just going to stick with the general rules that I have more confidence in. For the local, swing high to swing low, the 55 and 57 cents. Not much further from where we are now to where she might get a little tired and then start having to roll over for a correction. But if we're going to go for a little hopium, just give you, I would give you 62 and 66. And that's a strong possibility we might. We're going for a higher high. Those are the first two targets I'd be looking for this. So Walrus, well, that's my take on it. That looks good. It looks kind of strong. She is curving, so she's trying to go parabolic, and so you do need some trend line help. Right now, you could say that she's in this channel. Take it to the wicks there to get the end of it, and it does point that, yeah, maybe 55, and then maybe 57. Yay! Caleb says Big Boy is definitely on drugs. I don't know. I just know I'm way behind on the chat there. Ryan Case is Doge Place. I don't know if Big Boy. I don't know. It might be. Now I suspect he did admit to using anabolics back in the day with some other stuff too. But I know the particular anabolic that he used is that will mess with your head on things if you take too much of it. I mean, it will. It just the type of testosterone and everything. It will rage you. The people will take it rage, and he got all pimply back then, and that one's really bad for doing all that kind of stuff. I just know a little bit about that one. Some of the I wouldn't doubt that was true, and that one probably set him off on his first spiral back when he's. I'm just speculating now. I have no right to even speculate. But he's definitely been on a wild ride, and I hope that whatever demon is chasing him and driving him toward these places that I know he doesn't want to be there. But since maybe he does, because he does chase attention a lot, you know, it's those choices that he made that got him where he is, and that's what we always got to remember, man. What kind of choice am I making here in this situation? And in a weird way, I can tie that to trading, because trading requires introspection when you got to look and see. Why did I make that move? Why did I buy this coin at that point in time? And you find out that it was your emotions and the voices in your head talking to you. So I think analysis and trading, I think it's like a form of therapy. In a way, I think it's therapeutic when you try to get on the right track with it, and it takes a lot of effort to do that. Because you gotta take emotion out of the way. You gotta take ego out of the way. And so when I see the people out here that are all ego and emotional, and it does show up, it shows up, but you know, that's the very things that we're trying to get out of. And I know it makes for entertaining, you know, YouTube-ness, but it also, for the wrong people seeing that and misinterpret that message that are trying to get into this game, you know, you're basically just telling them, you know, hey, throw your money away. And that's usually what they do. And I'm just not cool with that, because, you know, I was that new person and I believed in some of these people and what they say. I believed in BitBoy back in the day when 2017, was it 2017, 28? I don't know, somewhere around through there, 2019 maybe. Before I learned TA and all this, I believed in him. I thought, well, he knows what he's talking about. He's got set up. He's talking about Nimic coin and this and that, and News Crypto or something. All these little bitty altcoins. I didn't know that they all got paid to shield that stuff, and that's how they were making their bank. $20,000 for a mention, and even tonight, looking at the people who last cycle, Michael Whitmore. I don't know if you follow him. But he's a bigger YouTuber than I am. I think he's actually probably pretty decent following. He's been doing this for a long time, YouTube for a long time. Good dude. And good sense of the market. He's been doing the market for a while. Another good dude. I might as well give him a shout out. but I'm getting off topic. But he was talking about the influencers from last cycle, and I mean, how he didn't make as much money as they did. He wasn't doing the things that they were doing, and they were all shilling coins and getting paid this. And if you wanted them to tweet out tweets or something like that, they got paid so much to do so many tweets and so many little mentions on something, and it's a racket. And I mean, I guess that's how you monetize influence, or I don't know. Clearly all of us don't do that, and I'm too damn lazy. That just takes too much energy what. I mean, hell, me doing my little Tangem wallet things, that took a lot of effort for me just to have a reference to shill a code. I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to be shilling. I was in retail jewelry business for a while, and that's getting me all the retail, you know, all the hustle and gold that I've already spent my years with that, slinging diamonds, and I'm like, I'm done. No more putting out all this. It's not who I am. I'm an introvert. So for real, I'm a total introvert. I look a lot like a rock. I act like a rock most of the time. Here on YouTube, something else comes out. So same thing when I was at work. I was a more energetic people person, but man, it takes its toll in the downtime. Because I could live in a cave by myself, for real. Wildcoin. So it looks like we're trying to move up here, buddy. Looks like if you've been in it from down here, you've been doing good. But these are some areas to think about taking some profit. And these, if we make it up here, yeah, these are going to reverse on you for sure. More than likely. I'll say more than most likely. There's just some heavier ones. If you're fortunate enough to make it up there in this crazy market that we got going on right now. Ryan K says demons are strong. Vanity. Oh, there. See, every time I click something and then this box comes up, it annoys me. Demons are strong. Vanity invites them in. Jesus heals. I do believe Vanity would invite those little suckers in. I believe it. May we all be humble enough to survive and thrive. And I think you got to be humble in this market. It will hand your ass to you very quickly if you're not. But some people, it doesn't seem to affect. But you know, they got something else going on too, though. You know, you got business income and stuff like that, or they do. Bush on Parade. If you like what you see, subscribe and touch the like button. Thank you so much. Well, I'm way behind. Did we do Doge? We did. I thought we did. I'm not sure if we did Doge. Did we do Doge? I don't remember doing Doge. Oh my god, what if we did Doge and then you see how bad my memory is, and then I'm like, you're like, oh man, this dude's going to the old home like in like 6 months. I'll give him 6 months before he's at the boomer house. I don't see that I did Doge, but I don't know for sure. I may be having an Alzheimer's. I don't even want to joke about that. That's knock on wood on that. I mean, golly, Joe Biden, the decline in him from when he was running. Remember, he used to jog and then he tripped that one day and like broke his toe over his dog, tripped over his dog, broke his toe, and then he was never the same after that. But he, you know, he just went through decline fast. And I'm sorry, I think it was wrong that they hid that from us. So we got a nice little channel with these wicks, and then touches there. I don't think that's what I had before. So Doge, what are you? Oh, this is cool. I'm on the daily and got stochastics in midair here, starting to flip flop to the upside. I see some good things going on here. I don't know if it's sustainable. But wherever we're catching now seems to be holding. I've got a blue line there that I don't remember drawing. Maybe I did. Am I having an Alzheimer moment again? Did I just draw that blue line and I don't remember it? Because I don't remember it. I drew that blue line a few minutes ago, didn't I? Because it's still, oh my, I don't remember any of this. Oh my God, the turkey is losing it. The turkey has lost it. So then this is actually out. That one's out. We seem to be holding the 786 pretty good. And hopefully it will still hold because the other target is down about 12, almost 13 cents, close to 13 cents, and that could happen. There's not much between us and there. We're just finding some support, same area that we did over here, and hope it holds before this this nice scallop patterns. Woo! Rounded bottoms pay the bills is a common saying. I heard Mitch Ray make fun of that, or kind of scoff at that idea, but I think it's true for a lot of parts. I mean, it's clear. It's true here. We went parabolic. Nary a cup and handle involved, unless you squint your eyes. So maybe we can come down here. That would suck, but we don't know what the market's going to do. Currently, though, I mean, we seem to be right above it. This is where we come to the small time frames now. And we start seeing, hey man, we had a reaction that tried to fake us out, but we actually did something here, and so yay, see if we can get it back, yay. But she didn't cross, the 50 didn't cross over the 200, but she's swimming right alongside it like the little whales that they are. Maybe we can get enough momentum to where we can eventually cross it. Maybe we level out here. I hope. I don't want to see Doge go, but Doge is, it's got a good history of being the indicator that this signals the real bull run. When we get a run out of Bitcoin, it's historically been Doge that runs first, and I'm always looking out for that sign. And I hope it stays true. Some of the things that we depended on before have started to change as this game just changes over time slightly. And then we have to get new rules to replace the old ones that don't seem to work as well as they did before. But Doge historically has been. Maybe we see it as meme coins, but then again, maybe people are just sick of meme coins now. I don't know. I think meme coins are going to be here to stay. That people won't get tired of it. Because at least you know what you're getting with one, unless it's a rug pull, of course. But usually, you think you're getting a community or just something that, it's a gamble and just a fun, a gamble play. A fun ride until it's not, or something. So 17.8 cents. We got 1 penny where we can just roll over or face resistance. Go sideways is the best thing that we could be looking for. But she looks like she wants to do it 4 hours to get some signs that she's ready to start making some moves up there above the non-moving average. So we seem like we want to go up. Again, total 3 looks like it wants to maybe give us a few days of hope in altcoins. I'm not taking this as an altcoin reversal. That's not in the pictures. It's not on the cards yet. But a rally could be happening. We're hoping for a rally at this point in the game anyway, the end of March and 1st of April. At one point, that's what the charts were telling me, and then we got the big dump, and we all feel bearish now. But we also were above the 200 moving average on Bitcoin too at that time. That does kind of change the game a little bit. Unless you're going by the futures chart, which is, ironically, looks brighter than the ones we're looking at. Well, guys, I've been going for an hour and a half, and I think that's long enough for a stream, especially one that has not really done much. But, man, mostly 20 to 20... How many people? I think 26 was the most. And we've hung around there. In and out. People pop in and out. We're not talking about a certain coin or something. That, it's just normal. It's kind of stayed around 20. That's good. That's better than... Look at you pop up on the 4 hour. What does that look like on the 1 minute? Well, maybe that was a little glitch, or you were just catching up with price action. Higher highs and higher lows, or ascending cup and handles, however you want to read it. She can still come down lower and still go up higher. She respect the trend line in this. It's nice. Looks like she's trying to flip a ribbon here on the 5 minute. I'm trying. Not saying she's doing it. She ain't doing it. 300, 600, 800. They're still in bearish order, but the 200 crossing over. She's making some headway. They're trying. We maybe see how they spread it out, and now they're coming together. Some people just say they get tight. That doesn't tell me anything. What tells me something is when they start flipping. when they start getting crosses, and even to the angle of those crosses, if it's a sharp angle or just a little, I'm just gonna roll my arm, I'm gonna roll my leg over. Yeah, that's not a bullish cross. I mean, it's bullish, but I'll just wipe your leg right off. Yeah, I want to kamikaze, pound that. I don't know what kind of metaphors I'm trying to use here, but how they cross says a lot. Like, that's a good strong cross of that 200 over that. That's good. That's good momentum. So I read moving averages for momentum more than I do for, well, I read them for levels, but I really, my strategy for moving averages, I'm looking at momentum there. I don't know if I've ever really made that clear, or I haven't made it clear in a while. But that's one of the different ways, other than just seeing if we react at a 21 moving average or a 200 moving average. I'm looking at how they interact with each other, and that tells me a lot. And that's why you see all these spaghetti lines on here, because, well, they talk to me and they're many voices, and I like that. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. You'll probably see me again tomorrow night. Probably not during the day though, because man, those music streams, they just for some reason they just take a lot out of me. They end up turning into longer because, well, price action moves is not very impressive lately. But I appreciate you guys for hanging out. Thanks a lot. I will we'll go to the end screen if Sean can find the button. Sean.
Caught in the glow, where the charts collide, dips fade away.
I have not heard it. Was it on your stream today? I'll see if I can catch that. And also, are you going on tonight? If you are, we can plug that in here. I forgot to even ask. I'm way behind here, aren't I? May we all be young enough to survive and thrive. I agree. Man, this music sounds loud. It's because it is loud. Turn it down for a little bit while we go through the chat over here. Says, no, you didn't do it yet. No Alzheimer's. Oh, that's good, because that would feel awkward. Me recharting the same chart over and over. 26 beautiful people. Coffee helped me this evening. That helped me all day. Been drinking more coffee the last few days. I need to chill out. Curly Marshmallow says, as always, thank you for your time. Have a good night and good vibes, everybody. Thank you, Curly Marshmallow. Thanks for hanging out. Keep Elvis out of the break room. It's about time. Well, I can't bring Elvis out now, can I? Not on the screen. You gotta watch Elvis in that break room. He will eat those fried peanut butter, jelly, and bacon sandwiches. For real. Give it a try. Thank you, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. You got some OGs out here. Been with me for, wow, man, 3 years. I've been on YouTube for 3 years. I'm not gonna, it does get discouraging, man, because 3 years I thought I would have a lot more subscribers than now. I thought this would be a little bit of a different story. I mean, I enjoy it, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I don't know if I will keep this pace up. I am having those thoughts of chilling. I don't know. I don't know where this channel is going to go. I don't know if I jumped the shark, or it just don't have that appeal, or just not getting in the right circles. A lot of things involve getting with the right people and networking. And that's just I'm not trying to chase people's coattails or anything. I'm just trying to do me. And so I don't know if I got what it takes to make it on YouTube for it to be a sustainable, like an income stream, or worth the time that I, have been putting into it. I don't know. I just do what I do. That's all I know to do. You are right, Strega. I'm still watching. That's enough to celebrate. That is. Yeah. Well, But you know, there comes a time when you know, I told my wife that I would give this a year to see how it goes, and it was making decent progress there. But when I switched over to the streaming, it's like I lost all that channel growth. It was on a good trajectory with the videos for coin videos, but that's, you know, that's too much time, and you're only appealing to a certain things, and then people get mad if you don't go back. It's just it's not the way to do this. I don't know. I don't know. It's just hard for small channels to get out there and to get snowballing. It usually requires. I mean, Jason Casper, guy with BitBoy, I think through DZ. So Jason got his break, and through CryptoFace. I think CryptoFace mentioned him. Jason Casper was in CryptoFace's little group and classes and things like that. And then DZ, I think, mentioned him and got him, you know, got BitBoy. And then Jason mentioned Lifer. That's what got Lifers in to going across, you know, across the blockchain and all that. And so it's all networking, kinda. And to get in there, Wendy O and all that, they were part of the big crew and whatnot. And I don't know. To really make it into the crypto space and YouTube, you got to get into those some circles that are kind of established, and sometimes there's just a bunch of hoops or expectations, and sometimes they have a bunch of stuff in common, like, you know, the ones I mentioned before, not with Jason Casper, but Bitcoin, Wendy O, and all them. You know, they were shilling coins and getting, you know, they're monetizing in ways other than just, you know, as a YouTube channel alone. And I'm not trying to do any of that. I don't know. I would take $1,000 for a mention. You want me to talk about your Tangem wallet? That's not that deal. I like my little thing with Tangem wallet. That's, you know, basically I get $10 for any wallet somebody purchases, and I got one of the good rates when I was early. They reached out to me early, and that's been very fortunate. You know. But now all you guys got Tangem wallets, and I appreciate it. That's awesome. Strega says rags to paper towels first. But I mean, what I was getting at, you know, I told my wife I'd do this for a year and see how it goes. But you know, here it is, 3 years. But at some point, you gotta. Am I swimming against the current here? Am I just, you know, or do I just? I'll continue. But I don't know if I'll go continue every night. I don't know. I'm just at a point where I'm questioning how I should continue with this channel. Joe says YouTube is very clicky. Reminds me of high school. Yeah. There's some other things I think that remind me of high school and junior high too. And I didn't care about. Whoops, I didn't get through it. And I didn't care about if people like me. Then also. It is clicky. YouTube like to hinder, don't let it discourage you. Hey, well. Ryan K says, OMG, you're the most entertaining and informative channel out here. Please don't go anywhere. You have a little fun. Yeah, I gotta say, we do. You guys are hardcore. I mean, a group of about 20 or 25, and that's what's so weird. You know, I got 1,700 subs. I maybe get about 150 views on these streams in general, but that's a lot of people re-clicking. That counts them clicking off and coming back in. So it's really about 20 people out of those 1,700 that really keep this whole ball rolling. That's you guys. The rest of them just fortunate that, you know, I'm just showing up in their feed, or they forgot about me and they're just, you know, hadn't unsubbed, but they, you know, sometimes they do, and that's like, oh crap, well, I lost 6 of them today. Well, you know, did I say something wrong? You know, all these things, but that's kind of the ratio too for the guys that have like 90,000 and they get maybe 16,000 views on their things. It's kind of the same thing, the proportion ratio, I guess. It's just wild. But basically, it's about 25, maybe 30 of you guys that really keep this channel going. So it's like, shares, whatever you guys do, but that's what keeps it going. George has mentioned going through years of streaming before he finally found his audience and took off. But George also took off through BitBoy. Isn't that crazy? George got his big break through BitBoy, and that's because he found out about F2 pool. But George didn't want to get into all the BitBoy stuff. You know, he I don't know. He's talked about it before. He got kind of a vibe or something. It's like he didn't want to get. He saw drama and he don't want any of that, and that's good riddance. But George was able to thrive and grow from that, and it was kind of slow for him. But then you know, you just got I love George. He's just. Man, if you're having a down day, you go watch George. And it's not because he's a moon boy, it's just like, you know, he's just, well, I mean, he's not trying to feed you crap, but he's I don't know, he's just George. He's uplifting. On your down days, he's the guy to tune into. Joe says the live viewers are growing. One day I'll have as many viewers as you. Every day is a new day. I mean, but you got 2,000, you got over 2,000. I mean, your channel's growing. I think it's just people clicking in and off is where my views are coming from, and you know, and they've been dwindling the last few days. YouTube is like crypto, all the coins with utility take time. Mean drip but fade faster. I don't know. I mean, there's some people have been out here, and I mean they had to put their time in too. But usually it's usually the channel growth is through the bull market, but I would have expected just I don't know. But sometimes it just trails to, you know, there's very few new subs coming. And maybe that's my fault. I'm just not pushing. I don't know, but here I'm top chat. I'm missing some stuff here. There, oh, wow. George has mentioned, okay, yeah, I did that. Maybe I'm not mentioning. There we are. George is the soothsayer to crypto. George, we need George. George is cool. But, you know, it was his on-chain analytics and stuff like that found out about F2 pool, and that they were the cause of us dumping. We were all wondering, Bitcoin doing so good, and then all of a sudden it is tanked. 30% drop. And George was one of the first ones that got it out there. Joe says, I have about 8 little viewers. I'm so happy when I have 12 watching. I'm tickled to death with everybody. Hey, we got 17 people still here is what it's telling me. That's amazing. Because I remember coming, oh man. Yeah, I know we all go through this. I'm sure you remember, Joe, you come out and you stream and there's nobody there. You're just like talking and like, well, hopefully somebody finds this, I guess. And you think that's weird, but then what's weird is that you get that 1 or 2 people, and then you're like, you wanted that, you wanted people, but then all of a sudden that feels weird. You're like, there's 1 or 2 people watching me, and if I say the wrong thing, we could lose one or both of them, you know. And you know, you get all kinds of crazy thoughts, or if I don't. But then you feel like you're being watched. Well, you are being watched. It's a wild ride. It's a wild ride, but I don't know. You get used to it. I used to it, I guess. I don't know if I'll ever freak out if there's like 100 people at one time, and I don't know. Maybe 1,000 might freak me out. I don't know. Ryan says, "Wait till the market picks up." Well, I am, but I've also got to kind of balance this with. Well, I think maybe it might be the day streams I'm doing that turn into these big long marathons. Is either that or after the minor surgery I had. I didn't have after the surgery. It makes it sound like I'm some big meal. It's a minor surgery. But you know, I had to take some rest from that and get out of routine that I was in, and that may have some effect. I haven't started exercising back yet either. There's a lot of things that may be affecting me right now. A few letters in the mail, which I refuse to look at again for a minute. I don't know, maybe, and the market itself. It's made me a lot of things. I don't know, but I'm here. But I do, you know, I don't want to take too much away from my family too, because I realize I put so much effort into this to do things for them, not yet seeing the payoff from that. And then I'm like, I got a little girl that's growing up, and she's growing up quick now. I don't want to miss out on too much of that. True. If you say the wrong thing, both people leave. You can see, he knows the other. But yeah, it's odd. You get on the stream and there's nobody watching you, and it's even a slight bit weirder when there is just those 1 or 2 people watching you. But then But then I guess it starts getting all right. Time to pump this turkey up. Hey, there's RS Miller. How's it going? All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night, but thanks for hanging out. Still got 17, but you guys are the troopers. You are the supporters of my channel right here. 17 people. Out of this, one, you are the 1%ers for real. You guys are the 1%. We're going to clappy hands. I got about 1,700 subscribers. I'm tiny. I am a tiny channel.
For those of you out there that hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
I don't know if Elvis is blasting in your ears, but he's kind of loud in my ears there. I came back here just to do the clappy hands and fireworks and a little bonus because I just realized you guys are seriously. I got too much noise. You guys are the 1%ers. I got 1,700 subscribers and you're 17 new people here after the show just hanging out. 1%. Yeah, you're the guys that keep it going. Wow. Might make me want to cheer up. I got 28 likes. That's cool. That's good. So we had at least 28 people that said, yeah. And wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. I'm missing something here. And yeah, well, guys, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate your support. Make sure I didn't miss anything there. But we came all the way back for the clappy hands for you guys. Oh crap!
Yeah, all right. Yes.
Did we do the monthly close? I think we talked about it, but I didn't come here for the purpose of the monthly close for Bitcoin. That we might want to look at that. It is April Fool's Day, and so far we're starting out green on the Christmas tree candles. Well, I can't bitch about that. Still way too early to tell. Ta-da! There's the month. Indicator-wise, the month is telling us to be careful. We don't want to see these guys cross. But she can fake us out. She can duck lips. And the RSI, I think we did look at this. I just want to make sure if we did. RSI for monthly. We lost a level. We lost some levels, so that's a little bearish. We got to be cautious on this month. But that's a nice little start. That's a nice little start. And hopefully we can make up a lot of this. That would be cool. All right, guys, let's go back to the end screen for the second time. And I guess we're saying goodbye all over again. This has been real. It's been fun. Jay Violet, how's it going? Melissa, so glad to have you guys here. But I am signing off here. Bingo and bango. Oh, it's April Fool's Day. Thanks for the reminder. I know it just slipped up. I'm sorry, April Fool's. Gotcha. Larry Marshmallow. Thank you guys. Yes, subscribers will help the channel. All right, let my little dog wave us out, and well, we were going for a full 2 hour. You guys are the truth. The 1%ers. Everyone, you guys are the 1%. I need to get a little emoji that says 1%, especially in honor of you guys. I'll see what we can scrape up for that. Thank you guys. See ya. Hopefully tomorrow. Where's the? Oh yeah, the dog wave. The official good nighter. See you guys.